Hey guys, welcome to Old School RuneScape, and today we're going to be looking at the Tormented Demons, one of the newest additions to the game. These are unlocked after the completion of When Guthix Sleeps, and these guys are known for their unique drops of the Tormented Synapse, which is used for the new weapons, and the Bone Claws. Now these demons have more mechanics than a NASCAR convention. They're very similar to demonic gorillas in that they have overheads just like the player, and they also change their attack styles. However, they're a little bit more complicated than that. They have a shield that reduces incoming damage by 20% unless you're using either an abyssal weapon or a demon bane weapon. Their shield goes down at the start of the fight, and every time they use their special attack, which is when they bind you in place and launch two fireballs, one where you're standing and one nearby. You'll have to dodge these, and then you can take advantage of their shield being down. Whenever you hit them off shield, it will deal additional damage based on how slow the attack is. This chart might look a little bit complicated at first, but all it means is for a 5-tick weapon you gain 9 bonus damage, for a 6-tick it's 20, and for a 7-tick it becomes 33 bonus damage when you hit them off their shield. Now when you do this, it actually becomes a 4-tick weapon if you're fighting a single demon. They become 3-tick attacks when you're fighting in duo, I'll get on that later, and it becomes 2 ticks when you're fighting. This makes the slow, heavy-hitting weapons like Heavy Ballista and the God Swords very useful here. When they use their special attack, they also change what style they attack with. Now you'll notice whenever he switches to protect melee, I bring out my crossbow and I switch the style to accurate so that I get the slower speed. That just gives me bonus damage. Whenever he's praying ranged, I switch to the God Sword and just give him a whack. Now I'll go over the gear that I personally use. You'll probably notice a wardrobe malfunction, I'll get on that in a second. But I bring Arclight and ZCB here, as well as offhand switches, and a couple extra bolts. Now what is funny is this Eclipse armor loves to clip into the ZCB's model, so it just kind of grabs onto it. But the Eclipse armor is hybrid melee and ranged armor, which is why I love using it here, as well as the Fury instead of the specialized necklaces. They have 600 HP, so every 150 health they will change their overhead prayers, meaning you'll have to switch back and forth throughout the fight. The ranging cape over the Avas gives me some much needed prayer bonus here. And the different bolts have different effects. The Ruby specs, as you saw there, can deal up to 110 damage because of the ZCB's passive. But also the Emerald bolts, you'll see me use them occasionally, they can poison up to 6, which adds up over the fight because these guys have 600 HP. And the Dragonstone bolts are just for extra burn damage. Bringing Lightbearer and Death Charge here allows me to use the ZCB spec pretty much every kill. Now, Tormented Demons are really packed right now, and the reason why I bring so many prayer potions is to last about an hour per trip, because it is really difficult to find a free world, and staying longer means that I don't have to re-gear and lose my spot. First trip, nothing. So for my next trip, I try to get a Greater Demons task, and I do get 143 of them, so I come back here with my Slayer Helm and try again. The unique drop from Tormented Demons, the Tormented Synapse, is currently going for about 80 mil, and the Bone Claws are going for about 35 mil right now. Hopefully I can get either one of these because these drops do not pay for the supplies here. You can see this person running back to collect his stuff after he's died. The gravestone fees here do kind of add up over time, just adding to the deficit. So unless you get a big drop here, you're just going to be losing money.
A few moments later.
So it looks like we haven't gotten anything yet. I'm getting really close to the drop rate, and I'm hoping that I won't go too dry for this. The third trip takes me just absolutely way too long to find a world. I think I spent maybe 20 minutes looking for one, but eventually I did finally find one. Now, along with the Eclipse Hybrid Armor, the two-way switch, and the Light Bearer, I'm also bringing the Regen Bracelet and praying Rapid Heal the entire time. You don't really need much food here if you're praying correctly and predicting their next attack. However, the Ruby Bolts take 10% of your HP and deal 20% to them, and it does add up over time. So the Regen Bracelet and Rapid Heal combination just helps keep me topped off without having to bring any additional food. One glaring issue with Tormented Demons is that if someone loses aggression by fighting them for too long, it becomes so easy for someone just to come in and take your spot. But I was already out of supplies anyway, so it didn't really matter. Hey, 108 range. Let's go. Oh, a Snapdragon Seed. That's probably the most valuable thing I've gotten so far. Well, we didn't get anything. Trips number 5, 6, 7, and 8 didn't really yield anything except for a few elite clues, which I turned into masters and did. But then I had an epiphany. Wait a minute, I'm not an Iron Man. I can buy things. I can have fun. So I did. I bought the Twisted Synapse and put it on my arc light. And this weapon absolutely shreds Demon. It's amazing here. However, in my overconfidence at this newfound power, I let my guard down. After recovering from that death, I went back to go drive for another 200 kills. I had killed over 700 Tormented Demons, and I haven't gotten a single drop. No claw, no synapse, no bitches. So I decided to take a break from Tormented Demons and try it out at some of the other demons as well. I had a Cerberus task that I really wanted to try. So I went and said hi to the little hell puppy, and I gotta say, this sword slaps. So I did the only thing any reasonable person would do, and I went back. Again and again and again. So what's next? Well, I'm going to keep farming these guys, because Wednesday there's going to be an update that will buff their drop table, and maybe fix a couple of the bugs. But if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, and next time we'll come back and try again. This is my first time editing a video, and I'd love to get your guys' feedback.